Well, strictly speaking, I became an entrepreneur the moment I quit my job.
Welcome to F10 What Makes a Founder. We will have with us Alejandro D. Caneda. He's the CEO and founder of Pibisi, and we are going to talk to him about his experience in the fintech and RegTech spaces, and we are going to hear what are the tips for him to be a great entrepreneur and a great founder.
Hi, Andrea.
Hi, Alejandro. How are you?
Thank you very much for having me here. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Yeah, perfect with your company.
It's of course a great pleasure for us to have you here. We have a close relationship because you are also part of the F10 family. So today, to start with, and I think that's going to be the most important question that I'll make to you is, we want to know who you are, what you do for a living, what's been your background, and what are, let's say, the tips or the things that make you a great entrepreneur.
Well, as you said, I am Alejandro D. Caneda. Currently I am the CEO of Pibisi, which is a software that helps companies to automate and optimize their daily procedures in relation to anti-money laundering. My background is technical in the software development. I am a telecommunication engineer, but I've spent my whole career in the software development. And in my last phase, I was the CTO of a security and investment platform, and that's where I came to know the problem that we are trying to solve with Pibisi. So
you are trying to catch the bad guys, right?
Yes, we are helping. We're helping our clients to do that. That's
cool.
Exactly what we do.
And so, why Pibisi? You are mentioning that the idea came from your past company.
Yes.
Why?
When I was CTO of this company, Indexa Capital, I met the problem that this kind of company face when they try to solve this problem. No? And I saw there was a missing link. No. There was no suitable solution for this kind of companies. No? Big banks, they have plenty of resources and they have this problem solved, much more or less. But small companies, fintechs, they don't have this solution, this suitable solution. So that's with this idea, with this experience, then we came up with a software solution that solved this specific problem for this type of companies. No? And then in the future, then we can scale the software to solve also this problem for big and for banks and insurance companies. But that was the starting point of Pibisi.
Interesting. Is Pibisi based in Spain, of course? What are the regions that you move around? Is Latin America an area where you are interested? How does it work?
Yes, that's an interesting way to be, important way where we want to be. For now, we are in Spain. We are based in Spain, and most of our clients are in Spain. But the solution we are developing, or we have developed, is suitable for many countries, including Latin America and of course Europe. No, it has to do with the regulation, and the regulation in terms of anti-money laundering is very similar of course in Europe, but also in Latin America. But the next stage should be grow in Europe and in Latin America, of course. Yes.
Great. Yeah, I think it's a very smart way of expanding. So you are looking for companies to be compliant, and you are probably a very good expert in what's happening in the RegTech space. So it would be very interesting if you can share, where do you see the main trends in this industry?
Yes, well, I think the RegTech segment or industry is is lagging behind other sectors in terms of technology, probably. So the trends that I see are trends that may be old in other segments. So I think there is a trend to use more software as a service paradigm versus on-premise, so more SaaS. There is also a trend to appify everything. The world of compliance is getting more complex. It will never be less complex than today. It will always be more complex. That means you will need to have companies will need to have specific software that solve this part of the regulation, and they have to combine them. They will have to combine them, and the better way to do this is if this software offers an API, so the machines can talk to one another and share information. So appification, of course, it's a must, and it's already happening. I think the third trend in the RegTech industry is automation, and in automation we include also, for instance, artificial intelligence. There is a lot of manual work in the world of compliance, and this is costing a lot of resources and mistakes in the company. So automation of any kind, it's for me the third main trend in the RegTech sector, of course.
It's a very interesting industry because there's like a lot of opportunities there, right? Cool. So I want to switch a little bit the topic. I want to focus more on you, on your experience, and specifically on your key learnings as a founder, taking care of a team. Could you share what are, let's say, your key learnings and also the do's and don'ts as a founder? I think that's a very important question that probably a lot of founders make to themselves, and it would be great if you can, tell us about that.
Okay. I think the do's and don'ts, it's a very, very simple way to express the learnings. And I would say the first don't would be don't travel alone. Okay, and that is whether it be in the company, so in the professional world, or in your life. No, so don't travel alone. You surround yourself with good travel companions. You can be a solo founder, like my case, but surround yourself with good travel companions. That would be my first don't or do. Don't travel alone. Another thing, I think that's more strategic, is don't run out of money. For Pibisi, this is a strategic position, so we try to be in the market for forever. So we have time to build a good product and help many companies. But maybe your idea, your project needs a very specific time window, and you have to spend the resources now. And if you don't spend the resources now, then you won't get it. And in this case, maybe you have to run out of money because this is your only chance. But normally, in most of the cases, you should avoid to run out of money.
Just in case, right?
Yes, and a more positive thing, I would say, do take risks. No? This is do things fast. This is your competitive advantage against established companies. No, when you're starting up, this is your main advantage. You can do things fast and make mistakes fast also. So do take risks, do make decisions, and don't be lazy.
It's what they say, right? Fail fast and fail cheap. That way you learn, and then you keep growing, right?
Yes.
How do you feel that let's say philosophy within Pibisi, within yourself? Is that something that you just mentioned it, but it's something you actually apply and say, okay, if I fail, I do it fast, I do it cheap, and I keep growing? Or is it the case that maybe sometimes you get frustrated or you feel like, okay, I made a mistake, I don't know how to recover?
Yes, when you find you have made a mistake, you can't regret it. You can't spend time regretting it. It's what I think. You have to identify why it was a failure, what failed, and move forward, or try it with a different angle, or abandon this idea. We try to be very agile, responding to customers' requirements or ideas or feedback. We try to be always there when they need something. We know that in a bigger company it can be more slow to have this close relationship. No? But in a startup, this is also one of your competitive advantages. You can be fast, also responding to your clients. No, it's
exactly.
the reason to be, and we apply this every day in Pibisi.
That's important. Also to actually transmit this philosophy to the rest of the team. I think that's part of the founders or the CEOs or the leadership team's purpose, right? I have a question that I want to make. I think it's very, very interesting to hear it from an entrepreneur. When did you decide, okay, I want to be an entrepreneur?
Well, strictly speaking, I became an entrepreneur the moment I quit my job for the first time. I quit my job to develop, to follow an idea, to implement an idea. That happened already in 2009 and with another project. But I think before that you start receiving some kind of signals, no? When you dedicate part of your spare time trying to solve a specific problem that has nothing to do or not directly to do with your job. These are signals that something is happening, something is like growing, no? Inside your mind that might end up in starting a company or whatever enterprise you have in mind. So this is, I think this is a very common pattern in how you become an entrepreneur. Although I think at the end of the day, I don't feel it like a decision I made, but a decision that happened. I decided the time when it happened, but not that it will happen, so to speak.
I don't know if I would be able to be an entrepreneur. I'm risk averse, as they say, right? I don't want to take the risk, but yeah.
You have to sometimes you have to take control risks. Of course, you have to take controlled risks, no? And if you can afford this risk, I think you should take it. If you cannot afford it, of course, stay where you are. Stay safe. Yes.
Yeah, that's big decision that sometimes you have to make, right? What is success for you? Looking at your past, but also looking at your future.
Well, success, I think, I would say it's improve other lives, improve other people's life. Try to do something with your existence that it was given to you, no? Whether it be as a person or as a company, no? So you should try to use the tools at your disposal to improve life for other people and yourself. And the funny thing with entrepreneurship is that you can create these tools. So it's not only the tools that you have, but the tools that you can build, that you can create, that you can imagine, that could improve other people's life. And this is what I think. This is the most important thing. No? What you can do what it was given to you, or you can create with that. Of course, you need to breathe as a person. You need to breathe and eat for go on existing, to keep existing. Or you can make a lot of money as a person, but if you don't do nothing with these tools, and money is a tool, I think your existence is missing something, no? And that could be a definition of success, no? It is giving this existence a meaning. And for a company, it's the same. You need revenue, the same way you need air and eat to exist. But if you don't do nothing but existing with a company, it's missing something. So you should create something to help others. That's what I think. And I think we're doing this with Pibisi. No, we in the micro world we are helping the compliance teams because we give them a solution that automate things and improve the way they do some things, some specific things. But well, we are in the anti-money laundering segment. Behind money laundering is there is this generation of illegal money. There is an estimation that up to 75% of the illegally generated money gets laundered every year. So if you fight the money laundering, you are fighting at least this 75% of illegal activities like human trafficking or arms trafficking or drug trafficking. So, of course, it's very far from what we do in the office, but at the end, this is what we are contributing, and for me, this is a success already. So I will try to keep existing with the company as long as we can, because existing, we are aiming, we are pursuing this goal, this objective.
Yeah, you are really, even though the impact is very small, you are putting this, as we say in Spain, say granito de arena, right? To make this impact and to change the world at the end of the day, personally, but also with the purpose of Pibisi, which is your company. This question, but you can say Pibisi and no RegTech. You have to tell me, if you have all the money in the world, all the resources in the world, in which area of the fintech, insurtech industry would you invest right now?
Well, if I cannot say Pibisi, if I have unlimited resources, unlimited resources, well, the first thing I would do is try to keep my resources unlimited, and for that I will bet on robo-advisors. So index funds, the robo-advisors with index funds. I think this is a very easy way to get a profit from your savings, like for instance is Indexa Capital doing or Finanbest. So I think this is a very secure way, safe way to have your resources on. And once I have my unlimited resources granted forever, then I will bet on something related to crypto and what is now and what it could be. No, it's not quite clear what will happen, but of course it seems like it will continue happening things, and I will spend a part of these unlimited resources in crypto, like I don't know, like B2Me, for instance. This is a Spanish crypto exchange. They are doing very well right now. Something in this area, crypto and robo-advisors, like balancing the risks, so to speak.
Okay, I join you.
Great.
All right. Alejandro, we are running out of time. No, I'm joking. I think it's been an amazing conversation. I think there's many insights that you just brought. You highlighted how important it is to, take the risk, but also, with control. Also, failing and making sure that, of course, you will be failing, but that you need to learn from it. Many different ideas also on the RegTech space. You've been bringing some trends that have been very interesting, and of course the last point, which is we know we're going to put our next bet. But for all of that, thank you so much. We hope to see you soon.
Well, thank you, Andrea, and thank you, F10, for the invitation and giving me this opportunity to better know what we are doing, but express what we are doing. I have tried to give some ideas based on my experience that might help other people to start a company or whatever project they have in mind. And so thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thanks to you, Alejandro.